Thank you so much for joining me today. I have had a patron ask me to do a medium reading on David Koch, who passed away a few months ago. Now, I have tried twice. I have tried twice. The first time I checked in with him, no, he was having none of it. He had no interest in speaking with me. And the second time I checked in with him, he spoke to me a bit, but he was kind of cagey, okay, about certain details. So I thought, well, I'm never going to push anybody. If they want to, they can. If they don't want to, they don't. And that's how I've always run this, with great respect for those on the other side. And, I think they kind of laugh. Well, of course we're going to do exactly what we want, and they are less encumbered because they don't have these human bodies with their human emotions to carry around. So they can do a lot more. But I will ask, okay, David Koch, I'm going to ask you, Mr. Koch, if you do care to share anything with my viewers. Okay. I feel begrudgingly he will. Okay, in the heart of the matter, we have the wheel. That is, and I do feel like that's the new era he's talking about in politics. Yeah. He is saying, yes, it is time for truth to come out. And I feel like he does this kind of begrudgingly, but yet willingly, yet, like this is part of the work that he is doing. Yeah, because he contributed to a problem. The challenge is Eight of Wands. Things are so busy for so many people. It's hard for them to be involved in politics. They have so many things going on. And he tells me that he was part of that too. That's part of the design. That's part of the idea. He was at the center of these changes, this plutocracy that they were envisioning. He's at the center of it. He was really putting a lot of money into politics to get it there. Yeah, the idea to keep the American people so busy that they really had no time, and they certainly couldn't go on strike. No health care insurance without work. They certainly wouldn't be able to go on strike. There was no safety net. They certainly wouldn't be able to decide to stand up for their rights at work. The employers would have more and more power, keeping him working. And he did. He tells me he did look down upon those who were not wealthy and powerful like himself. He did look down upon them and think they don't know any better anyway. They need to be told what to think, what to do. This is icky. And he's confessing it because that's part of what he wants to do. So he is in a different place than he was last month or the month before. I figured he would be. The Chariot below it. Okay, but we're being pulled forward. Yeah, he's giving me his perspective and advice. He's not telling me about his death, as a lot of people do. He's just giving me, this is part of his work. So we have the Chariot. Things are moving forward very quickly in one of two directions. It's an important time. In the past is the Magician. There's a lot of major arcana here, you guys, though. He is telling me that this is a powerful time in history. It's about manifesting this new change. It's about manifesting this new era. Yeah. Yeah. And that's why so many of us are speaking out and speaking out publicly, trying to get the attention of those who are so busy to be involved. Above it all is a tower. But I don't feel like that's a bad tower. He's telling me this is a tower to his legacy, which he's glad for. I mean, he is not at all proud of his legacy. He doesn't feel good about it. He regrets. He's telling me he still doesn't know the whole of it yet. He's taking it in bite-sized pieces. Yeah, but he has regrets. This is a tower moment. We have a new era, okay? Knight of Swords in the immediate environment. There's going to be a lot of fighting. I feel like politically, you know what I mean? This Knight of Swords, he's come up a lot of times when people just want to win. You know, they just want to win. They really don't, they're not doing this with a mature plan. They're not doing this with any consideration of the other factors that should come into play when you're asking yourself, do I want to run for office? Do I want to run for reelection? Am I okay with doing this job? Am I okay with doing it this way? None of that. See, the Knight of Swords, he doesn't think about any of that. He just goes to battle. He just goes. He's got his plan. He's got his marching orders. He goes. He's aggressive. And so there's going to be more of that. At the root of the matter is Six of Coins. People, right, campaign donations. People are giving money all over the place to other people. People are going into office and getting rich. They're getting money. There's insider trading too. And there's a certain amount of that goes on that nobody checks, you know? It's just like, okay, fine. You know, we'll all pretend that's not happening. The Hierophant is functioning, so the government is functioning around us, okay? Hopes and fears. That's that Ace of Cups. There's lots of dirt to come out. So he actually hopes that more truth comes out. He feels bad for guiding some people along the wrong path. Ten of Swords in the outcome. Page of Coins. Interesting. Oops, sorry. And Ace of Swords. I just saw these same, and I shuffled this deck. I've done 2 readings since I did the reading where I got these same cards. Gosh, it's like there are still more secrets to come out. The Ten of Swords, there's still going to be a lot of painful things that people are saying to each other. A lot of betrayal, a lot of stabbed in the back. Okay. Politics is still going to be ugly, in other words. But we get the beginning of a new security with the Page of Coins. We get the beginning of a new security. Okay, but I feel like this outcome is telling me what's coming up, you know, fairly shortly. And so we get no major arcana in the outcome, do we? We have major arcana in the heart of the matter, what's happening. But we don't have it in the outcome yet. Okay. Okay. But we do have this indicator of better things to come with the Page of Coins. And we still have Spirit helping us out a lot with truth coming out. But, you know, this to me, there will be disappointments, you guys. I mean, sometimes the people we're rooting for will not win. All right? It's going to be vicious. And that's what I'm hearing. There's so many people, and he was part of this, so many people in Washington who bought into his way of thinking. You know, the whole idea that, yeah, a plutocracy is better for everybody anyways. You know, like the rabble, and that's everybody who wasn't in the upper class. They don't know what they need anyway. They have moral inferiority. That's what he thought, and that's what many thought. They're morally inferior. They're not paying taxes. You know, all those things. Which candidate did we hear the secret recording of during a campaign cycle? A Republican